With 2.2 finally out after what felt like an eternity, over 6 years of waiting, the community is buzzing with speculation about what comes next. Is RobTop going to surprise us with faster updates, or are we about to go through another long wait again? Update 2.2 was without a doubt the most hyped update in Geometry Dash history, but let's be honest, it took forever to develop. More than 6 years of teasers, delays, and just around the corner jokes. And when 2.2 finally dropped, it changed the game completely. The 2.2 update introduced new levels and a new platformer mode, new triggers, new camera controls, the event levels, and the tower. But because of how massive the update was, RobTop admitted he kept adding more features, and even after all that, some of the most hyped content is still missing, like the long-awaited Versus mode and the map sections, which caused a lot of those delays in the first place. So the real question is, will history repeat itself? After 2.2 was released, RobTop has actually been more active on social media, especially on Discord. He's been dropping sneak peeks, talking with members from different social media, and even hinting at smaller updates like 2.201 and 2.21. This could mean that instead of building another giant update packed with everything, RobTop might switch to a faster cycle with smaller updates that roll out more frequently. That would definitely help avoid another 6-year wait. However, RobTop is still RobTop. Sometimes he disappears, sometimes he teases things way too early. Another factor to consider is how much new content players expect. After 2.2, the bar is insanely high. Every creator now has access to crazy tools, and the community is already pushing them to the game's limits. So for RobTop, the challenge isn't just making updates, it's making updates that feel meaningful. If the next one doesn't add anything big, people might call it a filler update. But if it tries to do too much, we're back to square one. Long delays. It's a balancing act, and one of the hardest parts about keeping Geometry Dash alive after more than 10 years. Still, the community might continue to thrive for a long time, especially as the game grows in popularity. If you look around on Reddit, Twitter, and YouTube, you'll see mixed opinions. Some players believe 2.2 is so huge that future updates have to be smaller, which means we'll finally see updates every few months. But others are less optimistic. They argue that RobTop has a history of overpromising, and that we might still end up waiting years between major updates. After all, RobTop is just one developer working on the entire game. He's the only person building, coding, and testing these updates. And while that's super impressive, it also means delays are always a possibility if something goes wrong. So, what are we going to get after the next 2.21 update? The most likely candidate is the map. If you remember the Coming Soon teaser image, it showed that this feature would be released in 2.21. The map is supposed to act like the Geometry Dash world system, where you can explore different areas, unlock rewards, and progress through various paths. And honestly, the community has been waiting for this feature for a long time. The map was promised years ago, but because of how massive the 2.2 update became, it never made it into the release. RobTop himself admitted that he had to cut some features just to finally push the update out the door. So, will another Geometry Dash update take a year? Honestly, it depends. If RobTop sticks to smaller updates, we could be looking at a much faster cycle, which would be amazing for the community. But if he falls back into old habits of building massive updates with endless features, then yeah, we might be waiting another year or even longer. What do you guys think? Will the next update come out fast, or are we going to be stuck in another 2.2 situation? So, to wrap up this video, I just want to remind you to be patient while waiting for the next update. I know that RobTop is working hard and putting in a lot of effort to make it possible for us, and that deserves some respect. Sorry if I misspoke anywhere in this video, but if you've enjoyed it so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more Geometry Dash content. Thanks for watching.